The Denver Nuggets have the easiest path to an NBA championship this year, and I'm here today to tell you why. I think they're the best team in the league right now, and I think they will go and get their second consecutive NBA championship this year, and I don't think there's really going to be anybody to challenge them yet again, other than maybe the Boston Celtics. If you look at the playoff picture right now, they are facing off against the Los Angeles Lakers in the first round of the playoffs, and this is a Lakers team that they beat in 4 games last year in the Western Conference Finals. It wasn't even close. They didn't even make it a series, and they just brushed them aside as if they were nothing, as if they were the mighty Charlotte Hornets or somebody. I mean, this Nuggets team made them look like a G League squad last year in the Western Conference Finals, and now they get to play them in the first round. Then in the second round, they get the winner of the Timberwolves or the Suns, and I just made a video on why I think the Suns will win that game, or that series. So, you got potentially Minnesota or Phoenix in round 2, which I'd much rather have them than a Dallas Mavericks team that's been extremely hot as of late, or an Oklahoma City Thunder team. I'd much rather play the Timberwolves than the Thunder, with given their injury issues as of late. And if you look at the Western Conference playoff picture, it's really up for grabs. I mean, the Clippers, Kawhi's done. There's 4 teams with above 50 wins: the Clippers, Timberwolves, Nuggets, and Thunder. And Kawhi has been battling injury issues. He's been able to stay healthy for the most of the year, but now he's starting to get hurt. And then you have the Timberwolves, who have not really, they gave the Nuggets a run for their money last year, but second round matchup, I like the Nuggets a lot. Not an inexperienced playoff team, but a playoff team that they don't have, a whole lot. Rudy Gobert, he's got some playoff experience, but Cat and the rest of them guys, really, other than Mike Conley, have been in the first round of the playoffs, and that's about it. But they do have a really good bench. I like the Timberwolves bench. However, the Thunder, same thing. None of the Thunder guys have been in the playoffs. So it's really, a couple of really young teams, and then the Clippers at the top of the Western Conference. Yes, it's a tough conference, don't get me wrong. It's not going to be a cakewalk, but I like Denver a lot. If you get into this Denver roster, which is what we need to do here, with Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, Reggie Jackson, KCP, Christian Brown, the list goes on and on. This squad is deep, and they are very good. They are led by the 2-time MVP in Nikola Jokic, who on the year averaging 26.4 points per game, 12.4 rebounds, 9 assists, 1.4 steals, 1 block, 58% shooting from the field, 36% from 3. That is a mouthful, but that guy right there is the best player in basketball right now. Not really up for debate. To be able to have that kind of efficiency on 26.4 points per game, grabbing 12.4 rebounds, still 9 assists per game. He is playing exceptionally well right now, and even over the last 15 games, he's been really good as well, putting up averages of about 28 points per game, 13 rebounds, and 8.4 assists a night to go with 2 steals. He's still only 29 years old. This man is going to go down as one of the all-time great centers. He's still got about 5 years left in his prime, I'd say 4 or 5 years. But the thing about Jokic is he doesn't rely on his athleticism. He's not overly athletic. Yes, he's 7 foot. His body may start to break down on him, but still, he's got that old man game at the Y that doesn't require him jumping out of the gym. And honestly, he could probably play till he's 40. He's been shooting at 58% from the field and 41% from 3-on-3 attempts per game over the last 15 games. Really, really good numbers there. Jamal Murray, he's played in 8 of their last 15 games due to injury, but during those 8 games, he's been averaging 23 points a game, 6 assists, 4 rebounds. Really good numbers from him. 50% from the field, 48% from 3-on-6 attempts. Playoff Jamal Murray looks locked in. He looks ready to go. People forget, that he is one of the biggest playoff risers in the game right now, and he is the co-star to the 2-time MVP, who probably should be 3-time MVP and has a chance to be not 3 in a row, but he has a chance to get his 3rd MVP this year. Looking on down the roster here, you also have Michael Porter Jr., who's averaging 17 points a game over his last 15 games. Very similar numbers to what he is averaging on the regular season over his last few games, but he's almost averaging 2 assists a game, which is something we need to take note of track a little bit there to see if he can get up to 2 assists per game. Because if he does, that would break the NBA right there. Aaron Gordon, he's only played in 12 of their last 15 games, averaging 14.5 points a game. Still not shooting the 3-ball all that well. But the thing about the Denver Nuggets that makes them so good, kind of like the Boston Celtics, is they fit so well together. This team was not bought, they were built. And they were built around Nikola Jokic. They were built around Jamal Murray. You look at Michael Porter Jr., Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Christian Brown, all guys that can really shoot it. Reggie Jackson has not been shooting it badly as of late from 3. Aaron Gordon can't really shoot, but everybody around these two superstars can really knock it down. I mean, we watch Michael Porter Jr. every night, and there's shots that you're like, no way he just shot that. And then it turns into no way he just made that because of how tough of a shot it was. Speaking of Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's averaging 10.5 points a game on 52% shooting from the field, 46% from 3 on 5 attempts over his last 15 games. Still getting it done. And he's also averaging a steal and a block per game. Christian Brown, he's heating up for the playoffs at the right time. Over the last 15 games, he's averaging 9 points a game, 4.5 rebounds, and 2.5 assists on 47% shooting from the field, 43% from 3. And then, Colin Gillespie, he's played in 5 of their last 15 games, averaging about 5 points a game. Don't really think we'll see any Colin Gillespie playoff minutes, but we could see some Justin Holiday playoff minutes, who's played 15.5 minutes per game in their last 15 games, averaging about 4 points on 43% shooting from the field, 41% from 3. If there's going to be an X factor for them in the playoffs, it's going to be Justin Holiday. Because Julian Strawther, yes, he showed flashes, but he never really showed as a guy that could be an everyday, backup guard, 2 guard. He averaged 4.5 points a game on 37% shooting from the field, 30% from 3 on the year. So not exactly a dependable everyday guy. So their playoff rotation is looking like, the normal starting 5 with Reggie Jackson, who I forgot to mention, but over the last 15 games, he's averaging 11 points a game, only 39% shooting from the field, but 38% from 3 is very, very solid. And then you also have, like we said, Christian Brown, Peyton Watson, Justin Holiday coming off of the bench. So they go 9 deep this year. If they want to play Justin Holiday those minutes, they only went 8 deep last year. Something to keep in mind. But I think this Denver Nuggets, I don't really see anybody stopping them. I'm going to be honest with you. We talked about, the West. Yes, it's tough, but it's not as tough as people make it seem because every team other than the Nuggets has a huge flaw, and the Celtics just haven't been able to get it done at the big stage. Maybe that changes this year, but I'm rocking with the Denver Nuggets as my NBA champs. Y'all let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below, but I've been riding the Nuggets all year long. With that being said, that's going to be it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. Hit the like button, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you did enjoy at any point. And with all that being said, thanks so much for watching today's video.